Hey everybody, this is Paul, and I'm working on some seedling experiments here. So I thought I'd explain dragon fruit hybrids for everybody here. So here's what you can see from Paul Thompson's book here. The goal is to make self-fertile hybrids and to have larger, more flavorful fruit and more colorful on the inside and out. So he also wanted to improve his work with the yellow dragon fruit, as you could see. Now later in his book you can see that he talks about Nitzel and Rixford as famous crosses. Both were, Nitzel was from Jim Nitzel, California rare fruit grower, and it was a white-fleshed Undontis, and Rixford was an unknown red flesh. But both of the mother plants were frost sensitive. And so with his work there, he created his hybrids, Physical Graffiti, Cosmic Charlie, Delight, Purple Haze, to name a few, from that cross, and that survived. And they did have stronger frost tolerance. So in other words, these two weaker mother plants produce these hybrids that we love, and they improve the flavor and the color, in my opinion, but also the plants have more frost tolerance. So back to my work here, based off of kind of what I've learned from Paul Thompson. What I have here is on the left are Orahona. These fruit are Orahona. The mother was Orahona, and they were crossed with a Physical Graffiti pollen. So these seeds, each seed is going to be unique inside it. Every seed is going to make a new, unique plant. Now this is a hybrid already. This is an Asunta cross, or an axe. And it's usually ripe, it's green on the outside and a purple flesh. But this is what happens when the fruit sits on the plant all winter. And it's going to be gelatinous. It's going to be really sweet, but the texture would be gross. In my opinion, it's going to be like really just slimy and damaged. So really soft. But I don't want to eat the fruit. I want to deal with some seedling experiments with these seeds. So these are axe or Asunta cross. They'll make a purple, well, this plant makes a purple flower. So who knows what these seedlings will do. And again, these are just for personal experiments. I'm not trying to make a profit or anything. I just want to learn these plants better. Now, these are Lisa. These are Lisa dragon fruit varieties, and these are also crossed with a Physical Graffiti pollen, because Lisa and Orahona are both self-sterile. So they need a different pollen source to set fruit. So I received these from a dear friend, and I'm really excited to experiment with these. Now earlier in the year I experimented back in November with some seedlings, and these are Orahona crossed with a sugar dragon. I'm pretty sure it was unknown, but pretty sure it was sugar dragon. There's a lot of sugar dragon blooming in the area. Now as you can see, there's variability already. Of these 6 seedlings here, you can really see some differences, especially these two. I broke off the tip on the one on the left. You can see one staying really green and kind of twisting like a makisupa slightly, and the one on the right is really red. So it's just amazing to me that each seed, when the dragon fruit is cross-pollinated, makes a unique plant. Now many may be worse, some may be better, who knows? So that's just kind of the experiment I'm dealing with here. Now here is Pelora seedlings. These ones are different. So let's talk a little bit more about these Orahonas. These 6 here are just the same exact age as this one here. The only difference is I've grafted this one to a sugar dragon rootstock. So you can see how quick they'll grow when they're grafted. But again, this seedling is going to be different than the other ones I've shown you, so each one is unique. So when you graft, you can get fruit in 18 months to 2 years, so you can see just the difference in size. It's amazing. The spines are starting to get a little spiny. Now they're not the most sightly things right now, but they're going to turn out to be beautiful soon. Now here's a Physical Graffiti seedling grafted to a Halley's Comet rootstock. Sorry about the lighting there, there we go. But it's definitely, this one just started taking, so you can see the different stages. Now this one is another experiment. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is a hybrid, and you can see it just started to take from this Halley's Comet rootstock. So when I get better at this, I'm probably going to prune that new growth and channel it, like Paul Thompson says, to this. main stem, but I'm afraid to pluck that off right now. I'm going to leave it alone. Alright, let me go show you something else that's cool outside, a few more things. Alright, so here's a few more of my friends here that are related to what we're talking about. So on my left here is a desert king seedling. I got it back in August, and it was about a foot, and I got it from Richard at Grafting Dragon Fruit. So thank you, Richard. I keep it in my greenhouse. You can see it's getting really tall. I'd say it's about 3 feet already. It's starting to thicken up. Now the spines are also getting larger on it, and it's just twisted. The tip is bent over here recently, so I'm not sure what it's gonna do next, but I know it's really, really healthy. So that's a Desert King seedling. Now down here, I'm experimenting with some really young rootstock. This is pretty, about 6 months old, this rootstock, and that seems to be much more forgiving than maybe these other ones I'm dealing with here. So this is a really mature, thick rootstock of Undontis here. It's doing pretty well. And then I'm exploring, well, what would happen if I put a seedling on a giant rootstock here. I don't know if you can see, but this puppy's about almost 4 feet. So what's gonna happen? Will it grow quicker? I want to see. Here's some other really tall seedlings grafted. I did this one yesterday. That's a Pelora grafted onto a really large rootstock as well. So I want to see, will they grow quicker on a big rootstock? However, it was really challenging because this was such a thick stem. It seems very unforgiving. So the cambium layer is really small, which you need to attach it to. I'm also trying a Nicaraguan rootstock to see how that works as well. So again, lots of experiments here, and I hope you can get yourself a hybrid like this and explore some seedlings for yourself to appreciate these amazing plants. All right, give us a like and subscribe. You have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. Dude, it's creepy.